So when we play TED Talk, I'm going to give one of our contestants a suggestion, and they are going to be giving us 3 facts, air quotes, big air quotes around the facts about that subject in a character based on the subject. And they will end it with, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Jeremy, your TED Talk is about the stars. The stars.
Hello, I am Jeremy Whitehead. I am a star expert, and today I'm going to tell you 3 interesting facts about stars that you might have not already known. Number one, stars are a lot of people think stars are made of gases and clouds and eventually explode when they die, but that's not true. They're actually made out of tomato soup that has orange leaves in them. The tomato soup is so hot that the orange leaves melt, and it looks like it's a mixture between yellow and orange. Number 2, the nearest star is about 2 feet away from us. It's about 2 feet away from you at all times. And 3, stars generate a heat of at least 5 trillion degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right, Gabby, your subject is hummingbirds. Hummingbirds.
All right, I'm going to tell you 3 interesting facts. And by the way, my name is Gabby. I'm going to tell you 3 interesting facts about hummingbirds. Number 1, hummingbirds do not sound good. So plug your ears whenever you see one. Number 2, hummingbirds do not look good. So don't look at them. Number 3, hummingbirds, they're muted. So yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right, contestant number 3, your TED Talk subject is time travel.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. My name is Professor Michelson. I have been studying time travel since 1923 when I invented the time travel machine. I somehow arrived here in 2021 and there is a worldwide pandemic. The first thing I would like to tell you about time travel is that you actually can never go back in time, only forward. The second thing I would like to tell you about time travel is that you'll meet people in the future and they will look just like the people that you knew in the past. It's kind of crazy. The third thing that I would like to tell you about time travel is that the food nowadays is so much more delicious than the food in the past. I want to go to the next 100 years so that I can eat more delicious food. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right, Lauren, tell us your TED Talk about superheroes.
Hello, everyone. And let me tell you about superheroes. Now, let me just start saying that that all superheroes must wear capes. You know why? So the villains have a little bit of a fighting chance, even if they get smothered to smithereens. Second, they must have a very, very, very bright suit. They must, and have superpowers too. And final fact, they must be a girl. No boys allowed. So all you men who have powers, go be a builder or something. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Your TED Talk, Zoe, is about pizza.
Well, that's just great. All right. Hi, my name is Zoe, and welcome to my TED Talk. This is going to be about pizza. Now, the first fact is that pizza would taste a lot better if cheese never existed. Cheese should never have existed in the first place. And I think that it's horrible that cheese even exists in the first place. The second fact about pizza is that the cheese makes the pizza taste like trash. So all cheese should just be disintegrated. And the third fact about pizza is that pizza without cheese would be the best thing in the world, and I absolutely think pizza could take over the world if it did not have cheese in it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Contestant number 6, your TED Talk is going to be about backpacks. Backpacks.
Hello, I'm Olivia Di Palma, and welcome to my TED Talk about backpacks. Now, backpacks, they think they're the best bag and they can hold the best stuff. But I think if we didn't have backpacks, it would be amazing. Because purses are way better because they're more stylish and they can actually hold more things. Number 2, I have never seen a backpack with a good style. Never seen a good pattern. never seen a good look. No, 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 no. So that is the second fact. And the third fact is that they make so many backpacks that they're going to take over the world, and you don't want them to take over the world. You want purses to take over the world. So you need to buy a purse, not a backpack.
Finn, your TED Talk is about kindness. Kindness.
Hello, welcome to my TED Talk. Today we're going to be talking about kindness. Now, kindness overall is a beautiful thing that should be expressed more in everyday lives. Now, shown by Dr. Dinkelberg, kindness, it makes global warming not happen that much. And isn't that what you need in the year 2021? You just need less global warming, and kindness can start that. The next thing that you need to know, I found from Wikipedia about kindness, that kindness can actually help everyone in the world. And I don't know about you, I think that's the truest thing Wikipedia has ever said. The last thing that you need to know about kindness is that, well, I think this goes without saying, we need to show as much of it as we can. Everyone goes through their own thing, and I think as much positivity and kindness that we can show to everyone around us, it can really make this world a better place. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Jacob, please give us your TED Talk about kangaroos.
Hi, my name is Jacob Hunter, and today I'm talking to you about kangaroos. The fact number one is kangaroos are not brown. They come in all different colors: green, blue, purple, black, but not brown. The second fact I'm going to talk about kangaroos today is they do not have babies. They have robotic babies that do not exist. And how are kangaroos going extinct right now? Well, their babies are robots. And number three, you never want kangaroos to take up the world, or they'll have too much babies and they're robots and they'll take over the whole world. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Contestant number 9, please give us your TED Talk about unicycles. Unicycles.
Hello, my name is Joan Liscone. I have prepared a speech to you about the harmful effects unicycles have on carpets. So, in a research article from 2015, a unicycle actually tore up a carpet and set pieces flying, and they flew into the TV, broke it, it ricocheted, and then it hit somebody in the face. It's very, very saddening to me. I used to be a unicycle enthusiast. Second, unicycles, they don't just terrorize carpets, they terrorize concrete. I saw with my own very eyes at a unicycle competition, this person was unicycling, they were doing great, and then the concrete, it just went out from under them. It flew everywhere, it hit everybody in the stands. It was horrible. Number 3, unicycles don't tell anybody. I haven't told anybody this, but unicycles, they actually have eyes. They see you. They see what you do. They don't like being rubbed on the ground. One time, one of them attacked me in my sleep. I got away. I did have to pop a tire though. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
10, Tobin, your TED Talk is about junk food. Junk food.
Hello, my name is Goopy Black Cookie, and today I will be talking about junk food. First fact, junk food is so good for you, it beats everything else. Medicine, Tylenol, grass even, to eat. It beats everything. Second fact. By the way, I get all these facts from a ripoff of Google that is made by thieves. Okay, second fact about junk food. Junk food can come in all different sizes and all different colors, but no, that is a fake, because junk food only comes in one color: dark brown and green. Okay, third fact. The problem with junk food is that there are no problems. Color, perfect. The health benefits, perfect too. Everything. So you can even smudge it on your face for your bedtime routine. Thank you.
Now we're going to be playing a game called Panel of Experts. I'll be coming back to you for some more suggestions about other things. But first, let's bring in our contestants. Let's do numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. All right. So Jeremy's our expert on Star Trek. And then for Gabby, we need a favorite book of yours, maybe from when you were a kid, or if you are a kid, your favorite book. For Alex, give us your favorite period of history, favorite time in the history of the world. How about ancient Rome? Are you good for ancient Rome?
Sure. Yeah.
Again, you don't have to know much about it except they wear togas. That's about,
Okay.
you get to make it up. And then for Lauren, how about some favorite movies? Lauren, you are an expert on sharks. Sharks, okay? And Jaws, but sharks.
Aww.
And then Zoe, for Zoe, we've got some great suggestions here. I'm going to pull, let's do like Abraham Lincoln. Zoe, you're an expert on Abraham Lincoln. The panelists are going to introduce themselves. They're going to tell us their name, what their area of expertise is, and why they love that subject so much. While they are doing that, what I need from you, audience, is to give us questions. They can be questions that are specific to a panelist and their expertise. They could also be questions where you're asking for advice. You've got a problem in your life, and you go to our panelists for advice on love, on money, on work, anything at all. So you can start giving us some questions while panelist number 1 introduces himself.
Hello, I am the Sergeant C. John. I am the expert on the movie series Star Trek. No one is better than me at the Star Trek movies when it comes to answering questions and trivia.
Hi, I am Stacy from the Babysitters Club, and I know.
Hello, my name is Giuliano Ciziano, and I'm an expert on ancient Rome.
Thank you, Giuliano.
I am the expert on sharks. Watch out, I'm coming for you.
What's your name?
Lauren.
All right, thank you.
My name is Carrie Midlum, and I'm an expert on George Washington. Not because I didn't make it into college or anything.
All right, thank you, Carrie. Great, so we have a lot of questions that rolled in. Let's see. Contestant, Sergeant, here's a good question. So Star Trek world, Star Trek movies, what are these characters' favorite food in the Star Trek world?
You see, the character's favorite food tis be spaghetti. For spaghetti is made of noodles, and noodles are the favorite food of the person.
Wow, spaghetti in space. I love it. All right. Hey, Stacy.
Salsa.
Oh, thank you. Stacy of the Babysitters Club. One of our audience members is trying to get a job. Now you've got a job. Can you give them some suggestions on how to get a job?
How to get a job? Well, first thing you do is don't get a job.
Okay. What's the second thing you do?
The second thing you do is, if you're trying to get a job, don't be yourself. Do some crazy things.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Giuliano, you probably like spaghetti. Do you like spaghetti too?
Of course, I love spaghetti. Spaghetti is the whole reason that I enjoy ancient Rome. When I visited there with that time travel guy from a few minutes ago, he took me back to ancient Rome and I was able to try all of the spaghetti. That Star Trek guy, yeah, he can't compete with the spaghetti from ancient Rome.
Wow. Well, like we hear it from the source right there. Thank you. Lauren, we know you're all about the sharks and everything, but sharks are also kind of how we describe people in finance, in money. What's the best way to make $1 million if you were a shark?
Well, the best way probably is to not scare people. Prefer not to eat them.
So the best way to make $1 million is not to eat sharks?
No, not to eat people. For sharks,
Oh!
not to eat them.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm a shark. I just look like a human.
All right. Wow. I will try to avoid eating humans. Maybe I'll make some money. All right. Hey, let's see. Carrie, expert on Lincoln, got a question for you. So you know about the fashions at that time, and Lincoln was known for his very special look. What's like the weirdest fashion thing that was going on during Lincoln's presidency?
Well, you see, it was called a top hat. It's basically a round circular thing at the bottom and then a giant tube at the top. Some could go up to 20 feet. Quite frankly, I didn't see the point of that. You know, a lot of people say Lincoln wore that. Well, that's a lie. They made a statue and it had a lie on it. He never wore that. Never. It's just one giant conspiracy theory. It's not that I didn't study or anything.
Wow, thank you, Carrie. Hey, Stacy, we have a question for you about the Babysitters Club. What has been the most challenging thing about caring for kids during the pandemic?
The kids have to wear a mask.
Why is that challenging? That sounds like a good thing.
They want to take it off every second.
Oh, okay, I understand. Hey, Sergeant, are you an original or are you a clone?
I am the clone of the original sergeant.
Oh, okay, so you're only like one removed?
Yes.
Okay, that's not too bad. Giuliano, if I went back to ancient Rome, how would I find Waldo?
Oh, Waldo's in the Colosseum, and he's actually participating in a bullfight. I don't know if he's still alive, though. The bull is very rampant. I actually saw him on my time travel visit. He's very large, and none of the contestants going up against the bull have survived. So I'm not sure you'll be able to find Waldo, but I wish you the best of luck.
All right, sounds like he'd be easy to find because he's not going to be moving around much.
That's true. You might find him in the Colosseum.
Yeah, all right. Hey, Lauren, what makes sharks so scary?
The teeth, of course. What you expect? Their fins.
Oh, their fins are scary?
No, they're not.
They're not scary.
Their
Is-
teeth are.
Oh, their teeth are. Yeah, oh boy, your teeth are scary.
I'll fight you.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Carrie. So I know you're an expert on Abraham Lincoln, but you know, he's also often said in the same breath as George Washington. Like a lot of people think of those two as the greatest presidents. Did Abraham Lincoln have false teeth?
Well, you see, the thing is that Abraham Lincoln had no teeth. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did have false teeth. However, when he had no teeth, it made him really, really hard to speak. So he'd just be like, nah, nah, nah. So I assume he did have to get false teeth, though I'm half percent sure half his tongue got cut off. I'm not
Oh
quite
my
sure
goodness.
why.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, all right, panelists, you've been so full of information. I just have one last question that I'm going to throw out to all of you. I just want to know, like, what have you learned? Like, what's the most important thing you've learned about your area of expertise that could help other people? Like, what's the biggest chunk of wisdom you could share with us? Sergeant?
Never trust the alien race, the Oddjournals, for they will steal all your spaghetti and not apologize or pay for a new one.
Boy, that's words to live by. Thank
And
you
they
so
take
much.
all your salsa that you can't, and now you can't put it on the spaghetti anymore.
Wow. Your spaghetti saucer?
Spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
No, spaghetti sauce.
Oh, sauce. I was getting space mixed up. All
No
right.
salsa.
All right. Stacy, give us some wisdom from the Babysitters Club.
Don't become a babysitter. It is very, very, very helpless.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm doing great. I should be a millionaire and not a babysitter. Giuliano, please tell us, what have you learned from ancient Rome?
The best thing that I've learned from ancient Rome is that someone who doesn't visit Italy is so inferior to those who have visited. Those who have visited are better at different languages, they're better at art, they're better at tasting food, they're just smarter in every single way. So visit Italy, study ancient Rome, and become a full human.
I spent 20 minutes in the Rome airport once. Am I a better human being for it?
Yes. So enlightened in your
I'm doing great.
experience.
Lauren, what have you learned from sharks?
That they can cure your human disease called corona if you let them bite you.
Oh, okay. So if I
Oh,
let
yeah,
you
I'll
bite me, it's
call my
actually
shark friends out. They'll do it for you. Just
All
get
right.
in line.
all right. So a shark bite is a healthy thing. Not sure if I trust this, but okay.
Hey, I'm the shark expert here.
You're the expert.
I'm not a liar.
No, I would not accuse you of that. No
And
way.
also, sharks are actually very friendly. So,
Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Carrie,
Yes.
what's the biggest chunk of wisdom from Abraham Lincoln?
Let's see. I think I may need to go back to college before I keep on telling people these lies. I mean, this is very truthful, the information I've been saying, and I think Abraham Lincoln would say that free the slaves.
Now we're playing a whole new game. This is called conducted story. So these fine improvisers are going to be telling a story together. They're going to be telling it whenever I hold up their number, they're going to be talking until their number goes away and I put up a new number, and that person just picks up where that the other improviser left off. I'm not always going to go in order. It's going to jump around. So they have to pay attention and look for their number. What we need from you, audience, are titles of books that don't exist. Give us some titles of books or fairy tales or folk tales that do not exist. Some fake stories that we can tell our story with. Give me some titles. The Giant Avocado, that's a great start. Let's give me some to choose from. Give me some more. That's awesome. My mother is an alien. I think that's a true story. I may have written that one. The Grinch ate my cat. The great, well, I can't even say that one. Loving the people no one likes. Ring on the coffee table. My gosh, these are great titles for stories. I'm going to go back to the Giant Avocado. Let's hear our story about the Giant Avocado. Are you ready, improvisers? All right, here we go.
One day when an avocado farmer was going through his farm, he noticed one very, very, very large avocado, much larger than the rest, and decided
I decided to take a knife and slice it. But when he sliced it, the giant avocado ran as fast as he could. And the farmer was like, what?
So then the farmer, he got in his tractor and then he started chasing after the avocado, and it just kept rolling downhill and it was smushing all of his plants, and it ran over trees. It just seemed to be getting bigger and bigger as it went. And he kept chasing after it, and he eventually caught up to it because the end of the hill was near.
You're on mute, Olivia.
But when he caught up to it, he almost ran it over with his tractor, but it grew too fast. And when he stopped, the avocado stopped, and everything stopped. It seemed it had stopped growing. But then
it started growing. The growing intensified by so much. This avocado got so much bigger than the tractor that it cast a shadow overhead. It was so dark, it felt like it was 12 o'clock. And that was crazy. So
it was so large, it almost started going into orbit. It was bigger than the moon. It was bigger than almost every single planet in our atmosphere. And all we could think of is, how do we need to discover this? Is there something new about it?
The avocado grew so big that the farmer felt himself getting pulled into it, as if it had his own like magnetic field, and then he was stuck to the avocado and just started lifting off the ground. It went higher and higher, and it was above his house and above all the trees in the forest. And then he went over and he saw the farmer's market, and he tried to call for help, but they couldn't see him. He was too high up. They only saw this massive,
big, giant space. They named it space. And that's how space was created, by this one big giant avocado.
but then Since space was created by this, it had to be bigger than the whole entire world. But then disaster struck. Space, time, everything froze when the avocado split in half, and
The only thing that was left to do was for them to call up Elon Musk and tell him we need to
put the universe back together. And let's just say this probably cost $1 trillion, bajillion, trillion dollars.
And Elon Musk was like, okay, we got a mission. We got to finish this in 1 second. 1 second passed by. Are we done?
Now, luckily, since Elon Musk is the billionaire that he is, he was able to put together this entire plan, even though it took longer than 1 second, unfortunately. And they built the biggest rocket in the world. And right when they're about to send it up, the avocado seed, it started changing. It started forming into a brand new avocado.
When Elon Musk saw this, he was bewildered. He was shocked. He said, send up the rocket anyway. They sent up the rocket. It burst into the seed. It split it open, and it stopped the growth of the new avocado. He saved the day once and for all.
But there was still one thing left. All of that avocado in space. One thing left to do, make some guacamole. So,
And scene. All right, good job. That was actually a very cohesive story. That made a lot of sense. So we're gonna play a thing called conducted rants. So it's a very similar thing, like in form for a conducted story, but we're not trying to tell a story. Each improviser is gonna have something that makes them angry. And so we're looking for a bunch of suggestions of things that make you angry. But let's be very clear. We're looking at petty, silly things like sporks. I hate sporks. We don't want anything that's really tough or heavy or depressing. We're looking for like little like pet peeves. So let's see, for Jeremy, rude people. All right. And then for Gabby, Legos, especially when you step on them. Legos. All right. Got it? Give me a nod. Okay. And then for Alex, cell phones when the battery is dying. Or you can, like, when batteries die on anything. You can, anything like that. And then for Lauren, people who don't pick up after their dog. Be careful with your language.
Disgusting.
It is, right? Especially in the winter. Let's see, Zoe, bugs, insects, bugs like mosquitoes, or anything at all, but bugs. And then Olivia, people who won't shut up. Oh my gosh. And then Finn, Mondays. You got a case of the Mondays. And then Jacob, yours is people who keep roosters as pets. These are great. And then Lola, yeah, well, so yeah, I think it is in some places. Lola, people who are late, people who are always late. Weren't you late today? People who are always late. And then Tobin, yours is people who breathe loudly.
that is one of my, I hate that so much. This is so perfect.
Great. So just to remind the players and let our audience know that every time they see their number, they're going to continue ranting about the thing that makes them angry. So they'll always be on that subject. Now, when they hear other things that other people are talking about, it might fit theirs and they totally can use it and stuff like that. Totally fine. But we're going to be hearing a series of rants, and I'm going to be flying with numbers. So you all have to pay attention to the numbers when it's your turn to rant. Now, remember how we warm up? Everybody takes off their microphone and goes, until I show the first number.
You know what? My friend was late today. She was supposed to show up at 9 a.m. Guess when she showed up? She showed up at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. We missed every single free.
So this morning I just woke up and I hear this rooster like, I'm like, stop, rooster. I walk outside and
I hate it. Hate it. When people don't pick up their dog's business. It's disgusting. I stepped in it about 1,000,000 times. Yes, I counted. These people have got to be extinct from the world. What are they doing?
Okay, literally, I'll be telling a story about how someone put jelly in my sock, and then the person will be like, but then they'll interrupt and continue talking while I'm talking, and they just won't shut up. I'm just trying to talk, and
Oh my gosh, I am trying to go to sleep at night, and my friend who's over at a sleepover, who I do like, is breathing in my ear. It's like, what are you, a giant?
I hate rude people. Like, they're so rude. Like whenever you do something, you're just sitting there, not doing anything. They just come up to you and say, your hair smells bad. And you're just like, what the heck, dude?
So when I'm done with school on a week, I have, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But then when I wake up in the morning, big man Monday coming down to take me down to reality again. Why can't I have one more day of, relaxation by the pool? Live it.
Oh my goodness, I hate Legos, especially when you step on them. They hurt you and hurt your feet, and they even leave marks. Oh my gosh, my sister and brother even do that too. They also leave it in my room, and then I step on them, and I get so mad, I want to just crush them.
Have you ever had an infestation of roaches? That's like the #1 worst nightmare. You wake up in the morning, they're just surrounding you like they're trying to eat you. It's horrifying. Honestly, who on earth created roaches? Why do they exist?
I hate it when my phone dies. This one time I was on call with CIA, my friend Cindy, and we were talking about diapers for her new baby, and my phone died, and now I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's like an air conditioner's in my ear, and it's like, are you hot? Here. And I'm like, I want to go to sleep. And he's like, no. So he keeps blowing in my ear, and he's like,
Chaos.
I like it. And he keeps going, and it's like he's hyperventilating.
People, they're rude, and they need to go out of extinction, and I'm tired and sick of it. It's getting sick.
And then my teacher has the audacity to ask me, did you do your homework over the weekend? No, I didn't. What do you think I'm going to be doing during my time off when I'm supposed to be playing Fortnite in the corner in the dark?
Honestly, have you ever? It's like they just come out of nowhere and they try to attack you.
Morning,
trying to start World War III or something. Honestly, why do roaches exist? They just make life worse. Why can't they just go away? They always pop up out of nowhere, like there's some sort of puppet show mask or something. I don't know.
Movie. I had to watch it by myself. You know how awkward that is sitting in the movie?
Besides when my oven breaks. This one day I was cooking big fat pig in my oven, and it broke, and man open oven and come outside. I had to run out of house, and I was trying to run out of my kitchen.
And then the other day I just woke up and I see 10
it was
roosters in the
horrible.
backyard.
It was extremely horrible.
In their yard. That's like illegal. And plus, where's the CIA?
Oh my gosh, Legos. Oh my gosh, I just want to throw them away. I just want to crush them. Who invented Legos? I don't know. But whoever invented them, you are going to jail. I hate Legos. Ugh, those Legos. I just want to crush them.
Look what I did this weekend. And I'm like, well, I want to pay attention because I don't want to fail this test and I want to know what's going on. I'm sorry that I want to actually not fail.
I'm just gonna be rude to you. For no reason. Like, you're sitting there.
Oh my gosh, I hate Legos. Oh my, I just want to crush them. I just want to kill Legos. Oh my gosh, I just want to crush them with the hammer. Oh my gosh, I just want to crush them. Oh my gosh, I hate Legos. Whoever invented Legos, goodbye. I don't want you in my life anymore because I hate you. Oh my gosh, I just want to crush my brother and sister for just leaving them in my room. Oh my gosh, why do they even invent Legos? Why? Why would they just invent
When I'm
Legos?
sleeping in class,
Well,
my
you know
teacher
people
comes
are
up to
gonna
me,
step
tells me
on them,
how to
so
like,
invent them. So why don't you just like
I'm supposed to
why don't you just not invent them? Like
and there is
why
zero
not?
reason
Why?
why you are giving me this
Why?
action by all y'all. It is Monday morning.
Have you ever had a roach in your oven? It's like the worst thing you can do when you're trying to
In
figure
class,
Whoever the heck is
Okay,
saying
I
that.
will get my roach in something away from me and it's
Oh
all
my
about
gosh, people just make food out of them and then like
Those adapted kind.
And then it gets so bad that I'm starting to like coronavirus because people are wearing masks and it slows their breath. I don't hear it anymore. And my
All right, yay. Woo, good job. Good job, everybody. Woo.
So now is our time to hear from our judges, and they will also be the ones to help announce who their choices are. Of course, as we've been in communication, we all feel everyone's done such a wonderful job, wonderful characters, wonderful yes endings, and also wonderful commitment. So as we all know, you are all winners. Ice cream for all. But just so that we can hear from our judges, Miss Harper, can you give a few words and then announce for us who we have in third place?
Yes. Okay. So I will give my tops for each and every game for the 3 games. And so for game 1, it was Tobin, Lola, and Alex. For game 2, it was Jeremy, Zoe, and Alex. And game 3, it was Jacob, Tobin, and Lola. And so third place is Zoe.
Hey, Zoe.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you so much.
And Mr. Joe.
Hey, everyone. Just once again, great job. I love the improv format online, and you guys kicked it out of the park. I usually do this with adults, and I think I'm just gonna have to get some kids to do this next time because you guys rocked it. You're better than them. So I'll give my top 3 for each game. And I just want to say thanks everyone for the time today. So for TED Talk today, number 3, I have Zoe. Number 2, I have Tobin, and in first place, Lola. For the panel of experts, number 3, I had Lauren. My second place was Gabby, and first place was Zoe. For the conducted story, which this one was great. Number 3, I had Lola. And second place, I had Tobin. And first place, shout out to Jacob for that space avocado. That rocked it. And then for our final game, I had number 3, Zoe, number 2, Lola, and number 1, Tobin. And in second place, overall, we have Lola. Great job. So funny. Oh, great. Everyone did fantastic.
Lola.
And Miss Rachel.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just have to reiterate how awesome you all did. It was really, really hard judging this. You all were super funny, super on point. Your characters were fantastic. So let me quickly do what the other judges did and list my top 3 for each game. So for the TED Talk, I had Tobin, Lola, and Lauren. In the panel of experts, I chose Jeremy, Zoe, and Lauren. And for the conducted story, I had Jacob, Tobin, and Olivia. So our first place winner for today overall is Tobin. Congratulations, Tobin.
Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure.
We've got improv classes starting up shortly. Please visit www.classhare.com to see our course listings.
As they're walking out the door, wait.